this video, we're going to go over simplifying expressions using a Desmos hack. Simplifying expressions consist of simplifying radical expressions or expressions using the laws of exponents, or when you're adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing polynomials. In this video, I'm going to go over a few examples so you can see how the Desmos hack actually works. So say we're given a question where we have to simplify a radical expression. And remember, radicals just means you have a root. And normally in algebra, we just stick to square roots. This question says which expression is equivalent to 7 times the square root of 45, and then we're given all of these answer choices. So this hack that I'm about to show you really only works when you have answer choices or when you're trying to check your answer and make sure that it's correct. Because we're going to match the expression that's given to us here, so 7 times the square root of 45, we're going to match it to one of the answer choices. So we're going to go to Desmos and type in the expression that's given to us, and then we're going to type in all of the answer choices. The expression given in the question, 7 times the square root of 45, and then I'm going to type in each of the answer choices. Before I do that, you can see that once I typed in 7 times the square root of 45, it gives me a decimal value. I'm going to match that decimal value to each of my answer choices, and whichever one matches perfectly will be my answer. So if I look at all these answer choices, the only one that matches is 21 times the square root of 5. If I go back to my answer choices, my answer is B. This example is over simplifying expressions using the laws of exponents. This question says, which expression is equivalent to c to the 8th power times d to the 6th power raised to the power of 3, all divided by c squared for all values of c for which the expression is defined. So for this Desmos trick, we're going to take the expression given in the question and we're going to put it in Desmos, but instead of the letters given, c and d, we're going to use x. So for c, we're going to replace it with x. For d, we're going to replace it with x. Then we're going to type in each of our answer choices. We're going to look at the graphs and see which of the 4 answer choices matches the graph given in the question. So I'm going to turn off and on some of the graphs to see which one matches exactly. So if you look at the blue one does not match the red one, so we're going to turn that one off. Let's look at the green one. That one looks like it matches. The purple one definitely doesn't match because it looks like this. So we're going to turn that one back off. The last one, the black one, it looks like it matches. So the green one and the black one look like they match. I'm just going to X out the other one so I can zoom in and see. You always have to zoom in because you want to make sure that the lines match up perfectly. So as you can see, the green and red, they're not perfectly matched. So I'm going to turn off the green one, it does not match. I'm going to turn back on the black one and it does match perfectly. So my answer is this one, x to the 6th power times x to the 18th power. And if we go back to the answer choices, that was j, which is c to the 6th power, d to the 18th power. So in this example, we're working with polynomials. This question says, what is the quotient represented by the expression 8w squared minus 20w minus 12, all divided by 2w plus 1 for all values of w where the expression is defined. And then we're given our 4 answer choices. We're going to take the expression given in the question and put it in Desmos. All we're going to change is the letter. We're going to change any variable they give me. We're going to change that variable to x when we type it in Desmos. Put in the expression given in the problem, and then I put in each of the 4 answer choices. But instead of w, I typed x. We're typing x for every letter because if we don't, we get an error. So say I use w where I'm supposed to use x. I get an error here on the left. But changing it to x, graphs my expression. I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to find the line that matches this expression. This expression is red, so it's this line right here. I'm going to see which of my 4 answer choices matches the red line. So I'm going to turn them off one by one. I see the blue one, it's parallel to the red line, it does not match, so turn it off. The black one does not match, turn it off. The purple one does not match, turn it off. So it looks like my green one matches. I'm going to zoom in, I'm going to turn off the red one, and as you can see, the green and red are exactly the same. They're right on top of each other. So my answer should be 4x minus 12. I'm going to go back to the question. Of course, instead of x, the question has w in it. So my answer is B, 4w minus 12. Our last example, we're still working with polynomials. This time we are adding 2 trinomials together. It says which expression is equivalent to 5rt minus 3rw minus 8tw plus 6rt minus 4rw plus 2tw. A lot of letters. It doesn't matter what letters they give me. When I type this in Desmos, I'm just going to change every single letter to x. So instead of 5rt, I'm going to type 5xx. Instead of 3rw, I'm going to type 3xx. And then I'm going to type in each of my answer choices and match the graphs. Again, we're playing the matching game. Let's go over to Desmos and type the expression given in the problem. Now that I've typed the expression, I see that I have a parabola. I'm going to type in each of my 4 answer choices. Now that I have my expression typed in the first line and each of my 4 answer choices typed after that, I'm going to match my graphs. Again, my expression in the question is red, so I'm looking for my red graph to match one of the other 4 answer choices. I'm going to turn off blue. Nothing is under blue. So blue is not overlapped with any other parabola. So I'm going to turn that off. Let's see, green. Oh, it looks like green was right on top of my expression from the question. So I'm going to keep that one in mind. Purple, nothing's under there. Black, nothing's under there. So as you can see, if I zoom in, the green and red lines are right on top of each other. So my answer should be 11xx minus 7xx minus 6xx. Going back to the question, my answer is B. So a quick recap, when you are simplifying expressions, you can type in the expression given to you in the problem and then type in each of your answer choices, and you're either going to match the decimal value like we did when we were simplifying radical expressions, or you're going to match the graphs like we did when we had an expression involving exponents, or when we were adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing polynomials. And as long as you're given answer choices, or if you're checking your work just to make sure it's right, your graphs will always match or your values will always match. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comment section or shoot me a quick email. Bye guys.